Hello everyone and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. As before, it's me, Kearson. I hope none of you are squeamish because today we'll be dealing with the undead. Here's the agenda. 1. Enter the Nether. 2. Continue village renovations. I want to have at least 3 builds done by the end of this episode. And 3. Set up a villager curing house. So first on our list is entering the Nether. I knew going into this episode that I'd have to go into the Nether at least once. I've had another portal here for a while and I just didn't really feel like using it. I've already stepped in, realized I was in a basalt delta, and quickly left because I didn't want to deal with that. There are too many pools of lava to fall into, and I have a habit of dying by falling from things. So, facing my fears for the sake of content, I went on in to explore. I set up some walkways and torches so I knew where I had been. I wanted to confirm the location of the nearest fortress so that I wouldn't have to return to the Nether and risk dying by going somewhere untraveled. I found that fortress and looted it of its nether warts, and then I ran right on home. My portal, for some reason, is linked to a cave near my house. I've tried destroying the new portal to make sure I always set up my ruined portal, but that doesn't seem to work. I think next time I'll just fill the cave with stone and see if that stops the portal from spawning there. The good news is that that portal led me to a skeleton spawner that's pretty close to my base. Honestly, I've been looking for a skeleton spawner, so this is pretty fortunate. Didn't really record me building this little spawner room, but I can give you a quick tour. This state-of-the-art multi-purpose room fits countless utilities into its 101 square foot floor plan. A tube connected to a pitch black spawning room funnels skeletons into a 22 block drop that makes killing them a breeze. The facility incorporates a square of lava imported from the Nether to allow for the easy disposal of armor pieces dropped by skeletons. A grindstone and an anvil are stationed in close proximity to a luxurious enchanting implementation for bulk storage of whatever you want. A double chest rests just next to your enchanting alcove. Torches illuminate from tough brick pillars. And if you have things you want to save for enchanting, just put them into the barrel just beside you. Need to craft something? We have you covered with a crafting table installed on the floor. And what spawner wouldn't be finished without a staircase leading right up to the surface? Anyway, after finishing the spawner, I decided I wanted some moss. Moss only comes from wandering villagers, I think, in lush caves. I know lush caves spawn underneath certain biomes. I knew there was a taiga from the first episode, so I headed off in that direction. About halfway to the taiga biome, I came to remember that dark forest also had lush caves underneath, and the nearest dark forest was a lot closer. So I turned around and went that way. Found it, and found it. I really don't have a reason for the moss right now. I just needed some content. But now that I have moss for no discernible reason, it's time to do some actual building. So first up is the library. I had a pretty good idea in mind for what I wanted it to look like, so I was excited to get right into it. My plan is to design this around the vanilla village library design. So I started out with this stone brick front based on the original library's design, but I decided it was a little bit too harsh on my eyes. I didn't really like the contrast, but stone brick and tuff look so similar that I am tempted to see what I can do with that in the future. I replaced the stone front with some wood and used deep slate as the trim with spruce stairs as the main roof. Now, the interior of the library is full of lecterns. I like the idea of the interior using the villagers' trade sites so that it be more functional, even if I used lecterns as tables and not as lecterns. Below the first floor, I added a small room for all the librarians to sleep. While I got them to sleep in those beds at the time, other villagers would eventually come to interfere due to the lack of available beds. I'll have to give them more of a selection with the more houses I build. I intend to keep adding in these out-of-the-way sections for them to sleep in. It's a good model to help solidify the style for the rest of the village. I think it looks sweet. It isn't too imposing, but it also isn't too wild. After spending some time in my skeleton farm, I noticed that in my absence several golems had spawned and, for some reason, gathered up around my house. Despite that, I decided my town needed more villagers, so I visited the breeding area to send in a few more. I got the chance to enjoy the view of the village on my way back. Honestly, I really do love how this place is turning out. I think this spot is just magnificent. It opens up a lot of doors for me creatively to add some cool terraforming. Now, back to building. I had the idea of creating some scary looking house with an underground lair to cure villagers. I made a mock-up of the upstairs in my creative world, found a place to put the house, and got to work tearing down the house that was there prior. I'm kind of surprised how fast the top took to make, even including having to weather the copper. The underground section would take longer. Thankfully, I was recording my audio during this part of the process, so I got this clip. You're kidding me. The pillager out here? They just keep coming for me. Alright, dude. Alright. Alright. Whoa! Oh my god. I didn't expect him to be in my house. Anyway, I was inspired by Bjork Minecraft's villager curing station for the design. Whenever I've done curing in the past, I've had a lot of trouble due to how complex and resource intensive it was. But the way she had it set up made it seem easy enough. Just needed a way to cart the villagers in. Unfortunately, what follows is about a 30-minute long clip of me trying to get villagers into this little area. So here's some highlights from that. My plan is I'm gonna build this into the market square and just have the same rail line coming down here and just trap unsuspecting villagers into here and keeping see like this is like the perfect way to get them by having a line from here going into here. So yeah, this will be perfect. Honestly, I'm not really sure why I'm prioritizing villagers right now. Me neither, but I do think that maybe I should focus on beating the game. Future Kearson completely agrees with this. Bang, bang, bang. Cool, so then I can start building the rail line here. I'm becoming more confident in this project the longer I'm doing it. Foolishly so. I'm starting to become more, sure that I can do this. Foolishly so. Again, this villager thing is just such an annoying process to do. Ooh, you, come here. What a lovely surprise. Come here, buddy. Come on, big guy. Come on. Oh, come on. Dude, I'm right here. Oh, there's no way. Is this actually like stopping him? You're such an idiot. Come here, dude. Wait, I can have him running through here. Then run, bang! Easy. Now I gotta really quickly name him before he despawns. I probably should have prepared my name tag for this. Perfect. Nice, zombie is alive. And then we gotta put a roof on his head. Over his head, rather. Zombie, my friend. Welcome. Think. Villagers should be able to be brought down despite this. And then I'll just need a dispenser for minecarts. I will torture myself. Huh. Okay. So that's gonna be a problem. There's gotta be a block I can have them pass through safely without, them running into these. Oh my god, you're annoying. My other option, here's my other idea. What if I just have all the trap doors face a certain direction, that when I need them, there's no way. Maybe I can have him come over here. Hey, come here. Get trapped, idiot. Saw nothing. Hey, it works. Look at that. Oh my god, I gotta think about how I'm gonna rehabilitate them, aren't I? Oh my god, I should have thought about this a while ago. Maybe I'll just have to set up a new rail system for them. Come here a little bit more. No, come here. You. What even is this trade, dude? Oh, you are not good at all, but you're close. Actually, no, come here, guy. Come here, big guy. Come here. Come on. No, come here. No. Seriously, come here. This way. Wait. No way. Is this gonna work? That would have been really cool if that worked. No! You jerk. No, come here. Oh my. Then I realized I'd have to enter the Nether for real this time, because Blazes dropped blaze rods, which turned into blaze powder, which were used to power the brewing stands. So I went off to the Nether for a little side quest. At the fortress, I actually ended up getting pretty lucky. Not only did I get a bunch of blaze rods, but the wither skeletons there dropped enough wither skulls for wither. I got really lucky with this fortress, as it's pretty much entirely in a soul sand valley. In the future, making wither skeleton farm is going to be a lot easier than expected, thankfully. Anyway, now that I got potions checked off the list, it was time to turn the first villager into a zombie. Mwahaha! Now go, be infected with the virus! Okay, come on. I had to double check all of my tests just to make sure I hadn't done something wrong. It just turned out I had to go upstairs and hide. That was literally it. The zombie had locked onto me. So now we can cue the villager transformation process. Alright, I'm getting pretty burnt out of this episode, but thankfully I have one last thing to do, and it's my third build for this village. The last build on the docket today is the Mason's house. I went for something completely different from the vanilla of Masonry. Since my house had this sort of bottom workshop area and was where the Mason originally worked, I decided to make the Masonry a similar structure. The walls are made from stone, and I used coal ore blocks to add some visual intrigue. I'll later go back through and add some details, like deep slate to the walls to make it look a little bit more weathered, as well as things like andesite and cobblestone, just to add a little bit of, texture to the mix. I added a chimney to the back, which I didn't enjoy doing because I don't like building chimneys. And I added this later, so I'll add it in post, but I did add some charring around the chimney just to show where the smoke might have blackened the roof a little bit more. It's hardly noticeable, but I really liked it. That said, I'm really happy with how this place turned out. I loved using the trapdoors to mix with the slabs there. Overall, I just think this house works for me. The last bit of work I did this week is some various terraforming projects and detailing. I've been playing around with gradients and adding in a few mixtures here and there around the village. I don't think I'm committed to the cliffside I ended up going with here. The valley between these two hills has been bothering me long enough now that I'm happy to suffer through it. I added new street lamps with lanterns that I adore and lit up the surrounding area with torches. I tore down the village farms so I could terraform them out a little bit more. I'll have to figure out how I'll make the village fit in with its surroundings. And I could have sworn I recorded this, but I ran into a skeleton horse during a storm. Now I have 4 skeleton horses that are all very slow, but it does remind me that I have to set up a stable at some point to breed some horses. Lastly, my various adventures this episode led to me finding enough blaze powder and ender pearls to make Eyes of Ender. With the power of potions in my possession, I spent a bit of time preparing my plan for the end. I think that next episode I'll go there, which means next episode should be pretty short. It also means that I'll most likely be recording my audio live for that episode, so I'm going to be playing around with the audio for that. In fact, I am so committed to making this sound as good as possible that if the audio doesn't come out correct, I'll be going to a backup of the world just to re-record the entire episode, just to make sure I don't mess anything up. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. It is such a pleasure to have people watching my videos. Getting over 100, I'm gonna get away from these guys when I record this. Getting over 100 views means a lot to me, even though I know it's kind of a medial number in the grand scheme of things on YouTube. I've always been an entertainer at heart, so knowing that my stories and my videos are entertaining an audience larger than 10 people means a lot to me. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, so I'll finish this video off here. Hope everyone has a good week, and thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, engage, yada yada yada. Have a good one.